What's going on, fam? What's up? How's it going? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Serious question. Have you guys ever been to a restaurant and you get served cold fries? The waiter was very rude, and for some reason, you still ended up paying 20 to 25% tip. Like, like you just receive you just get a 5-star experience. You know, never happened to you guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure it happens to almost every single one of us. If you live here in America, because it happened to me. Um, Crazy thing. Today we're going to talk about something that's pretty much getting out of hand here. I can't even believe we're talking about this today. The tipping culture here in America. Man, man, yo, look. If you live here, you know these days we pretty much tip for everything. A cup of coffee, probably like $2, $3, $4, depends on where you get it. You got to tip. You go to the grocery store. Sometimes even the self service lane, the machine will ask you for tape. I know it sounds crazy, but hey, it happens. Now the question is, how did we even get there? Like, what is going on? Because when you look at this, when you kind of look a little bit deeper inside the whole tipping thing, you learn that this did not even started in America. We kind of embraced it more than everybody else. Because certain spot, like in Asia, if you go to China or to Japan, if you do that, they kind of see you like you're being rude, or it's kind of like a disrespect in a way if you're like tipping them. I know it's different culture, but how us we kind of like take it to another level? How did that even happen? Hey, let's look a little bit into that, man. Hey, you receive a service after you already pay for the service. This is an extra thank you. And me personally, I feel like I only tip when when I feel the person go in extra miles to to either make me happy, to give me a better service. Like me, for example, let's say you just you have a bag in a couple suitcase and you stop a taxi, right? The taxi driver really doesn't necessarily have to get outside, grab your suit and all that. No, you can just open up the bag for you, do your thing. But if the guy came, if he like came out and helped me out with the suitcase, blah blah blah, that's in some. He kind of like do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Kind of do a little bit more to make you comfortable, to make you happy, to give you a better service. That's right there. I think yes, 100%, 100%. This person deserves to be taped. You know, but if I have like four suitcases, you sit in your vehicle, you don't even get out, and I just put my stuff in. You drive me from point A to point B. Okay, yeah. So I will pay you for driving me from point A to point B. That's it. You did not do anything extra. Your job is for driving me. You pretty much drive me around. Okay, you know. And and I remember I have a similar story like that. I remember few years ago at the time, Uber and Lyft, these things was not, they were not that popular. So I took a taxi, right? I was at a train station. Now, the taxi park on the, he it was it parking on the side of the street, and I know where I'm going. So all I had to do was just in the taxi, and all he had to do is start driving, right? So once I get in, he make a U-turn. It's like he's going away from where I'm supposed to go. And I asked him, and for those of you who doesn't know, I think it's still like this. The taxi drivers, the more they drive, the more money you will get charged because they have a meter. It's not like Uber. You said when you request a Uber, you said you're leaving from point A to point B. Automatically, they told you how much money you're gonna be charged, and the driver kind of like know how much money you'll make from the trip, and you as the passenger, you know how much money you will pay, right? It's not the same. It's not the same with the taxi. You will get your bill when you get to your final destination. So if the trip it was from here to here, that's probably will cost you $10. But if they go here, 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 turn around and go back, that would be $30. Anyway, so the driver make a U-turn to go back, and at that time it was like probably I would say maybe 9:30, 10 p.m. No traffic, suburb area. So he turned around acting like he's going back to the city, and I told him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "No, don't worry about it. This is better if I go this way." I'm like, "Better in what way?" Well, like 10 p.m. There's no traffic. What are you talking about? We're on the main street. Why you wanna leave the main street to go like? I'm like, "Nah, man. Just turn around, or I will just get out." He's trying to. I feel like I don't wanna say that's what he was doing, 100%. But I feel like that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to drive more and to ended up making more money. So I said, "Nah, man, you turn around, make a you turn and bring me back home. I know where I'm going. It's pretty much a straight, just go straight. No turn, no left, no right, just go straight." And then when I get to my house, he was explaining to me how to pay. He said, "Hey, you have a little screen in front of you. If you want to pay with credit card, you do this, you do that." And then I said, "Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah." When I start doing it, and he told me, "Yeah, this right here, and if you want to tip 20%," I'm like, "Nope, I'm not tipping." Dude, this dude pretty much turn around, look at me. "You're not tipping?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not tipping." I'm like, "Why would I?" No. And dude, his whole mood changed. His whole mood changed. He was so pissed. I feel like this dude feel like he was driving me for free. Like even after I already pay him for the trip, the fact that there was no tape, it felt like I was driving him for free. And this is why I do that. First of all, well, I didn't have any bag or anything for him to help me out. He sit inside his car. I hop in. "Hey, drive me." Now, my first problem is because he's trying to trick me. Because he could have just drive away. The fact that he trying to make a U-turn to go back, that was my issue. And then, dude, I pay you for to drive. How would he pay for the trip? You didn't do anything extra. You didn't go out of your way. We did not. Sometimes you go to you get inside a car. The person put chocolate, put water and stuff like that. Even though you don't take any, but just a way to make you feel comfortable, enjoy the trip. Sometimes they try to have conversation with you and all that. There was none of that. So I'm like, "Nah, man." And dude, it was like, let me see, probably 10 minutes. It's probably a 10-minute trip. I'm like, "No, we're not doing that." So it's crazy business, man. Crazy business. And the thing is why restaurant like kind of like slapping us with a 20-25% on your bill before you even tell them how was the service. Like you don't even give you the chance to express how the service was. Was it good? Were you happy with it? Like let's think about it. Are we really rewarding the person serving us for a good service? Or are we just covering for business owner that don't want to pay their workers? Like instead of paying people what they're really worth, you're pretty much like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you minimum wage. I'm gonna pay you the lowest I can, and because you're gonna make it from tape, you know." And not only that, when you tip these people, they have to share it with you. Well, you did okay. So it's really getting out of hand, and I wanna hear you guys' thoughts. I wanna I wanna know what you guys think about it because me personally, I don't have a problem per se with taping. You know, if I go anywhere, really, if I feel like I receive a good service, it's not even just for me. I kind of like tip for everything. The other day, I took my dog to get a haircut. I tip for that. Well, they ask you, it's all like they kind of like you when you're paying this or how much you want to tip. They ask you, believe it or not. But I still do that because I feel like they do a great job. Um, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, really. Me, my biggest problem with this is the fact that you will get charged before you even get the service. Let me tell you guys one thing that happened not too long ago. I went to a spa, right? I said, "Hey, I'm going to make a reservation for somebody." So that somebody will not doesn't no that somebody doesn't know yet. So I go over there. I say, "Hey, on that day, I want to make a reservation for someone, and tell me how much it's gonna cost. I want to pay it now." And they told me, "Yeah, sure." They give me the price, how long it's gonna take, an hour, and this is how much it's gonna cost me. So I go ahead and pay, right? And they told me, "Okay, how much you gonna take?" I was like, "What do you mean? How much I'm gonna take?" They say, "Yeah, do you just wanna pay for the actual massage, or you're gonna tip?" I said, "How can I pay for something for a service that the person not even received yet? Like, what is tipping exactly?" And coming from me, like I said before, I don't have any problem with that. So I told the lady, "I'm not tipping." She looked at me like, "Really? You're not tipping?" I'm like, "Well, when the person get the massage, if she's happy with it, she can tip you guys. But me, I'm simply paying for the service for now." You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. And I said to them, what if she was not satisfied with the service? What if she cancel? Would you guys send me my money back, including the tape? I don't think so. So I said, "Nah, we're not doing that." Um, she'll decide if she wants to tip or not, but I'm not. Look, before we get deeper into this, I have a clip. I want to share this clip with you guys. I want you to see it. It's not my clip. I saw it online somewhere. There's a lot of clip like that. I can't even tell you how many times I ended up seeing clip where the service provider or driver somebody who's delivering something get into a fight with a customer because of tape. Like, it's just getting crazy, 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 crazy. Let me play the clip for you guys. Watch it with me. And make sure to tell me what you think. And we will read some of the reactions, some of the comment, and let's take a look at it.
Me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
What the heck?
I work too hard for my money, lady.
Okay, you work for a
Wow.
job. You're doing your job. Your job
I am
doesn't
doing my
include.
job, but I don't work for free.
I don't do.
I don't
tips.
work for free. Understand?
I don't do tips.
Well then,
do
you know what?
understand?
That is just unethical of you.
That's unethical.
That's unethical and un-American of you. Understand that?
Un-American.
Un-American.
Okay, what's actually American?
Un-American.
is
You're not getting any of this. You're gonna go get it by yourself.
So you're gonna steal
Wow.
from me.
That-
You're stealing my groceries
No,
that I
I'm
paid
not.
for.
I'm returning this so that you can go and find it. You
Okay.
can go get it yourself, you lazy.
I paid an app. I
care what
paid
you
an app for you to shop for my groceries. You are my shopper.
That's right,
The
but
company should pay you whatever you're worth. I'm sorry if you're not worth that much, but I don't tip, sweetheart. Okay, I tip my hairdresser. I don't tip somebody who this is $40 worth of groceries. You think you deserve a $4 tip? You want 10% of that? Would that make you feel better? Yeah.
yeah, it would.
Okay, then
Let me
guess
tell you
what?
something.
You're not gonna get it.
Why don't
lazy.
you wake up a little bit? I wish I could just slap you in the face right now.
Well, that's
Because you.
me.
No, I'm not kidding you.
What the heck?
I work too hard for my.
Yo, this is crazy. Listen, there's a lot of videos like that. There's a lot of them. This is just one out of 1,000. Where do I even start? All right. Look, one thing I like about this is when he said, "This is so unethical of you. This is so un-American." This is the thing. That kind of like make you feel the tipping things in American things now. Look how we say this is un-American of you. What do you mean by that? Just because you don't get tipped, that's so un-American. Well, he in a way lets you guys know that the tipping culture, this is becoming an American thing now. If you don't tip, you're not American. This is so un-American of you. But let's look at it on both sides. Who's right? Who's wrong? Now, obviously, the driver is definitely, wrong. I'm pretty sure some of the things the lady said in her place, I would have just, just keep quiet. But let me start with the driver. Uh, Now, people always tell you, man, look, if you don't feel like you're getting paid enough, if you don't feel like you're not being getting paid what you're worth, just find another job. You know. Now, the thing is, these kind of jobs, the delivery, Uber, most of the time people don't have them as the main jobs. They're just side hustle. They have a daily job in the morning and during the day, and then late at night they just go drive a couple hours, making extra cash. But the thing is, people need to understand that there's so many things in that. When you doing these jobs, I don't know how these ones work. But I know when you do like food delivery, I'm talking about DoorDash, all the other ones. Sometimes you can already see if the person tape you. Just like when people do pizza delivery, when you order pizza online, sometimes you have the option to just give the tape, but sometimes you give it cash when the person arrive. So I believe it's the same thing for these things. You can already see if the person tape, but a lot of time they will, they kind of like hope when they get there, the person will tip them. Now, I understand you can expect to get some tape, but if you don't, I truly believe that's not a reason to act like the way this gentleman act. No way. Because think about it. You grab the groceries from the grocery stores, from the grocery store, you drove to her apartment, and then when you get there, because she doesn't tip you, you decided to load everything back and drove back to the store. Think about it. You kind of like do the job twice in a way. Yeah, dude, you do the job twice. If you didn't get the tip, you okay. I understand that you feel disappointed. Yeah, just keep that to yourself and keep it moving. Not only you went viral with this. I don't know when this video was. Well, I don't know when that happened, but I saw the video. I think it was funny. I decided to share it with you guys. You probably ended up losing your job because everybody saw this. The lady probably will report you to whatever company you're working for. Now you'll ended up losing your job. You do the job twice and you don't get the tape. That's stupid, bro. That's ridiculous. No. And you know what's funny? Sometimes one person don't tip you, the next one might tip you more than you expected. So just keep it moving. Life goes on. I never do these driving thing. I wouldn't know. But me personally, I wouldn't do that. If you tip me, thank you. If you don't, I keep it moving. And she mentioned that it's $40 worth of groceries. If somebody drive $40 worth of groceries for you, do you really like? I don't know, man. I mean, if you have it, okay. Me personally, I will tip. If you go to the grocery store, you grab everything for me. You drive them over. You bring them, out in front of my door. I will do it. But if I don't just come at me like that. Because if you do that, Me, talking for me, I don't know how he will be able to take my groceries to put back in his vehicle. That was like that's not gonna happen, you know. But that's not gonna happen. You'll have to call Captain America to grab this shit. No, they're staying there. They're staying there. At this point, you're stealing, my friend. Because I pay, you bring them here, you're staying there. So you have to call the Avengers. I'm telling you have to call the Avengers. So that's not gonna happen. But now let's look at things on the other side, the ladies. There's so many reasons why maybe she she didn't have the money to tip. That might be one. Or she just feel like, man, $40 of good, $40. I already paid for the service. What am I gonna tip the guy? But one thing I would not do, and she did, the fact that she's telling him, hey, um, I don't tip sweetheart. I tip my hairdresser. Like if you tip your hairdresser, what's the difference? It's okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. They're both service providers. Like your hairdresser's doing your hair and all that. And this dude is driving your groceries from the store to your house. That's a lot of work too. So I think she didn't have to go there. And on top of that, the fact that she told them, hey, if you work for a company, if the company is not paying you not what you're worth, it's not on me to do it and stuff like that. Yeah, mm, I wouldn't say stuff like that. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. You know, we're grown people. We don't have to go there. Now it get out of hand when Mister decided to say, "I wish I could slap you right now." Whoa, really, man? Like really? You wish you could slap her right now, man? I didn't see the whole video, but I wish you did not because that'll be painful to see. You don't get the tip, you lose your job, and you get arrested. So I don't think it's worth it. How much tip? Probably what, $5, $10? Mm, you wanna do all that for $5, $10? Because if she spent $40, you can't expect her to give you $30 tip or $40 tip. It's definitely gonna be 5 or 10 max, or maybe $15. I don't know. But hey, nah, man, it's not worth it. Don't do that. Don't go there. It's so honestly, my advice is just tape. Yeah, just tape when it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, just don't do it. Don't feel pressed. Don't feel like you have to. Just because they give you the receipt and show you 18, 20, 25, you can decide not to give anything. Yeah, you pay for the fee. You can decide not to do anything. Now, I've heard about this story of two, I think it was two students who ended up getting arrested because they did not pay a tape that was mandatory. That is crazy. That is so crazy. What happened is I read a little bit about the whole thing. Maybe I don't know the whole thing, but I'll share with you guys what I know. I believe they went to a restaurant. They said they wait for over an hour for the food. Now, I don't know what's the chef. I'm not waiting for an hour for no food. I'm just telling you that. I'm not doing I'm not doing that. I don't know. I don't care what's the chef. I'm not doing that. At the end of the day, if you're hungry, well, most of the time when people go to restaurant, they're not really. A lot of time they're not really even hungry. They just go to enjoy the environment, enjoy the vibe, get the drinks, to take picture. Because these days, women mostly will take picture of the food before they take a bite. Multiple pictures, like the food is a model or something to post. Anyway, so they wait so long to get the food, and on top of that, they go over to refill the drink. Like they didn't have somebody come checking on them, make sure they have what they need. None of that. So at the end, they were told to pay like something like 15 or 16%. They said no, they're not paying that. And then the place owner call the cops for them and tell them they don't want to pay. They said, "Well, we're paying for the service, we for the food, but we're just not gonna tip you guys 15% because we did not receive any extra service that deserved that, you know, 10, 15%, whatever the amount was." And they ended up getting arrested and they went to court. Now, can you guys believe that? Look it up. Look up the story, you'll see it. Um, when they get to court, I believe the judge just threw the case away. The judge's like, no, that's not happening. The judge is like, just because it's mandatory for you, that doesn't mean they have to do it. So they ended up working out free. They did not pay anything, no tip, nothing. So I feel like I said earlier, you should do it when you feel like it's right. There's so many time I go places on vacation. People will do the best they can to make sure I have a great time. And you can see that they're going above and beyond to make sure you enjoy the moment, enjoy your vacation, the time with your family. And it's not just restaurant, really. It can be anything. I tip my housekeeper when I go. Some people will come in, make sure they clean your home and all that. I think it's a nice gesture, really. Um, I even tip. What is that tip for? Almost everything these days. Everything, really. You know, my barber. If you get charged $40 to get a haircut, you just get 50. You just give him 50. If it's $50, give him 60. Whatever it is, 70. Whatever you can. But I think at this point, a lot of time people feeling pressed, like they have to do it. They'll feel uncomfortable or I don't know. But me, I don't play that game. If you were rude with me, if you were rude, the minute you were rude, I just out of here. Like I work too hard for my money to be giving my money to somebody who's not nice to me. Like the first thing about customer service is to be nice to get the customer money. I don't care if you were not nice in real life, but act nice. That's what they're paying you for, to act professional. Regardless the situation, act professional. Act nice. Even though you don't like your job, well, you're gonna have to act like you like your job to get my money. Because the minute like I feel like unwelcome, I feel like you're being rude with me, and I'm out of here. I'm out of here, and I don't even understand how some people do that. They'll go to places. Oh, I know the place. This place don't like my kind, don't like this, don't like that, and they still go. I don't know what they're trying to prove. I don't do that. That like, but no, I don't play that game. I know you don't like me. I'm out of here. I'm not even going there to begin with. I think it's about time they come up with a law, the Congress, do something about this. A law where the business owners should pay these people. The tape should be an extra topping. You know what I'm saying? A little icing on the cake. But these people cannot go and depends just on that. I think it's not fair. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. People should get paid exactly what they're worth. And the thing is, people still do it. I feel like it's because they find people who are willing to do the job. If nobody was doing it, at some point I think things will change. I feel like something has to happen, some law that you have to come up with something and make sure that hey, people have to get paid exactly what they were for they're supposed to get paid. Because a lot of time, like you all know, a lot of time, especially restaurant, the waiter don't the waiter doesn't even keep the tape for himself. They have to share it. To be honest with you, me personally, a lot of time I just give them cash. I say, hey, this is for you. And I know a lot of people will say that, well, what about the chef that cooked the food? All right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The chef's supposed to get paid as the chef. Nine out of ten people don't tip the waiter because the food was good. A lot of time they pay the waiter because the waiter make them feel comfortable. Help make sure that they have a great time. That's the waiter, not the manager. I don't even understand why the manager should get tipped. Yo, I'll be the manager. I'm a manager. I never get tipped anything. So Let your worker get the tape and let them enjoy that. Yeah, because taping is rewarding good service. Again, taping is rewarding good service. The service was not good, no taping. I need to receive the service first before I give the tape. All right? Because I don't know how the service gonna be. If the service is whack, if your waiter, whatever is rude, no, there's no tape. Now you know what's funny? A lot of hotel mostly they don't tell you about tape. They have something called service fee. Little things like that. Bunch of little nonsense. A bunch of little fee they throw at you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we all know what that is. And I spoke to places I travel, people I know people do certain places like um the Caribbean, for example. It's not like here in America. Nobody's forcing you for anything. Like if you go to let's say to Bahamas, to Aruba, to anywhere in the Caribbean, they don't be pushing you like that. They will never tell you, bring you the bill and automatically tell you the tip is in it. No, you want a tip, they'll take it. They'll be happy with that, but you don't. All right. And you go to Europe, a lot of country in Europe, the same thing. But they will throw a little service fee in there. All right. So, which is for me personally, it's a lot of it's a tape. Like I go to a hotel service fee. You go to this service fee. Like the hell is a service fee? I already pay for the service. What is that fee for? You know, yo, um, Asia, to China, to Japan, like these countries are a whole different world. They don't really care about that like that. You know, I think it's different culture really, but the only thing is I don't know why it's so extreme here. Like we take things to a whole nother level. You know, look, you know what we're gonna do? Let me take a look at some of the comment. Let me take a look at some of the comment because I know some people got a lot to say. I know some people got a lot to say. All right. Okay. Somebody said it's still getting paid though. Tip would be nice, but not necessary. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. He kept saying that I don't work for free, like he's not getting paid. What do you mean? You don't work for free. You get paid. You're getting paid. You're just not getting a tip. So that if this was somebody working at a restaurant or hotel or something, I would understand him. The fact that he say he doesn't work for free, because these people they don't really pay them. You know, they just they just hope that they will make enough money from the tape. But this dude right here, is just doing delivery. He's just doing delivery. He's just doing grocery delivery, whatever it is. It's an app. You just go on the app. You nobody really have these things as full time job. Most of the time, I mean, most people I know, this is a quick way to make a few $100 and that's it. But hey, I work construction and I don't get tips. I work hard for my money. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. This is exactly why I don't use things like that. They are paid by the app. Tips are not necessary. Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends. Me personally, I wouldn't mind, tipping somebody who's bringing over my groceries. Because sometimes, man, if you live in those, area where we get crazy snow and it's cold, sometimes Friday night, Saturday night, you just home, you sipping something, your feet up with your girlfriend or your family, and then you order a pizza or something like that, and it's cold as hell outside, it's snowing, it's raining, whatever it is, and you have that person drive over, bring you your pizza. I know you already pay for the pizza, but an extra $5, $10 you give the person to say thank you, it's not really gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because you wait, if that person was not around, if they did not do any delivery, I'm pretty sure a lot of time you wouldn't even order the food because if you feel like, man, it's snowing, I'm not gonna go it. But if they have this service, I don't think it's a bad thing to do. My problem is the entitlement. My problem is the expectation. The fact that you expect that they have to. They don't have to. I'm talking for me personally. It's nice to do the. It's a nice gesture when the person to go to all that late at night. It's snowing. It's cold and do that. I think they kind of deserve it. You know. Um, Tips should be up to the individual, not mandatory. He's get paid. I take it to do this job. I'm from the UK. We don't really tip delivery drivers. You know what's funny? This dude said he from the UK and they don't really tip delivery drivers. If I'm not mistaken, the whole tipping thing started in UK. Somebody look it up. But I believe that. I believe the whole tipping culture, the whole thing, like the origin of it, started in UK. But I might be wrong, but I believe that. See, if I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong. All right. um. Okay. Let's see a few more. Um. Okay. The app paid $2 or $3 for delivery, so he's not getting paid really. Wait, what? $2 or $3? What are you talking about? The app paid $2 or $3? Nah, I doubt it. The app pay a little bit more than that. I feel like I don't know how they do it. It's probably like Uber. They look the distance, the amount of miles you're gonna be driving from the where you pick up the groceries and where you will be, deliver them. I don't think it's $2 or $3. I think it all depends on how much driving you're gonna be doing. But I doubt it. So if I order a pizza and I choose delivery to my house and I don't tip the driver, he can take the pizza back to the shop. Nah, I don't think he'll do that. You know what's funny? I saw another video, another clip the other day on Instagram, I believe. And there was this lady, I think she was doing pizza delivery. Yo, it's funny. Once she was coming in, before she even say hi, she didn't even say hi. She didn't even get to the front door. The first thing she asked the person, "Are you taping?" That's the first thing she said. "Are you taping?" And the lady was like, "No." And you should have seen. She's like, "Okay." Oh, like she's throwing this pizza at her. Everything. She's like she didn't even care about anything. At some point, I believe something just fell on the floor and she just grab it, raise it, get that. Yeah, I'm telling you, this tipping thing, bro, it's crazy. He uses gas for you not to tip him. That's crazy knowing they don't pay him good. Well, that's a thing too. Like before you start criticize people for not tipping, does she have the money? Do we know? Hmm? Do we know if she got the money? Like just the fact this guy is working is not really getting paid. Like he chose that job. And don't get me wrong, I understand. The business owner needs to pay these people. I know that. I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, we got option. Why I don't do it? Because I know they don't pay. I'm not gonna do it. That's you know what I'm saying? That's something I will not do. I know I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not doing it. But if you choose to do it, you already know what it come with. You already know. It's you some days you will get tips, some days you won't. But do not go crazy at people for that, man. Use your gas. Tell them you use your gas, use your car, walk it. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Anyway, my friend went for a massage and there was a sign that for $50 massage she must pay $20 tip. I don't understand why people are asking for tip. Exactly the same thing. You see how I said earlier about the massage? This person says her friend went for a massage and they said there was a sign that says for any $50 massage, you must pay a $20 tip. You must pay, keyword, must pay a $20 tip. So the massage is for $70. So what's gonna happen after the massage if I said I only have $50? You're gonna call the cops? Yo, it's crazy, crazy work, man. Crazy work. Um anyway, let me see one last let me read one last one. One last. My mom worked for Red Lobster. She was paid by Red Lobster, but it was like $2 an hour. Her tips were everything. People that don't work for tips, people that don't work for tips don't what? Where's don't understand. Okay. Yeah, she's my mom worked for Red Lobster. She was paid by Red Lobster, but it was like $2 an hour. Her tips were everything. People that don't work for tips don't understand. Well, we do understand. I understand, but at the same time, your mom decided to work there, knowing that she's getting paid $2 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people like that are the reason why business owner keep doing it. You know, because if we stop working to these places simply because of the amount of money they're paying us, they won't have any choice to start paying people. But people already know they're going to make money from tips, even though they pay them $2 an hour. The amount of tip they will make in one night, they know that, and that's why they stick with it. So now, if there's a customer who said, "Dude, I'm not tipping," don't just explode it on them. Just understand that some will tip you, some won't. It is what it is. That's the world we're living in, unfortunately. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, for another episode of Not for Society podcast, the podcast where we talk about things other people whisper, just whispered about it, but we talk that shit loud. So yeah, feel free to follow. I mentioned that on our last episode. This show is on YouTube, obviously, and on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. It's also on Amazon Music. So we're everywhere. Just give us a listen, follow, subscribe, and I'll truly appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you guys